Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Here's my top 10 favorite feel-good movies. Yes, don't you just love feeling great and warm and giddy inside after you watch a movie? Well, I sure do, and I thought I'd talk about the movies that just make me feel good. Yes, a lot of people have different opinions of what makes them feel good. I think a feel-good movie is completely opinion, completely subjective, because lots of different movies make different people feel different emotions and stuff. Some people probably feel good when they watch Jaws or something, and some people feel good when they watch Lion King and stuff. Everyone has a different opinion of what a feel-good movie is, so yeah, I thought I'd give my top 10 personal favorite feel-good movies. These are just movies that always put a smile on my face and just make me feel good inside. Yes, this is not like the top 10 best movies or anything. These are just movies that make me feel good. So yeah, here's my top 10 favorite feel-good movies. Alright, and before top 10, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Pretty Woman, Home Alone, The Breakfast Club, The Incredibles, Cool Runnings, Love Actually, Elf, Singing in the Rain, and Mary Poppins. All great feel-good movies. Just couldn't make the top 10 list, but what did make my top 10 was my number 10. And my number 10 is a Disney Pixar movie, Ratatouille. Yes, Ratatouille. A lot of Disney Pixar movies make me feel good inside, and Ratatouille's not even my favorite Pixar movie. Up is my favorite Pixar movie. And Up does make me feel good, but honestly, I cry a lot during Up, so I don't want to always cry watching a movie, so Ratatouille always makes me feel warm and good inside, and it's probably one of the most inspiring Pixar movies. I love the story and message of this movie because it's basically about chasing your dream. It doesn't matter what you look like or as long as you have passion and creativity, you can accomplish whatever you want in life and stuff. You can accomplish your goal, because this movie is about a mouse named Remy, played by Patton Oswalt, and basically he wants to be a chef. And you're like, what, a mouse being a chef? But hey, he has natural talent, and he is naturally creative and stuff, and he just has a passion for cooking. And that's why I love it. It's about chasing your dream, no matter what you are, what you look like and stuff. And I love the message of this movie, and I love this movie. I love the animation, I love these characters, I love Remy, Linguini, the food critic. Yes, I love Ego. Ego is one of my favorite Disney characters, and the scene with the critic is an amazing scene when he bites into the ratatouille. It's so amazing, and his speech at the end of the movie, when he does his review, it is one of the most beautiful speeches in movies. It's so good. It's a perfect ending to an amazing movie, and I freaking loved it. It just inspired me, and I just fell in love with this movie, and this movie just always makes me feel good inside, and it also makes me very hungry when I watch it. That is some delicious, amazing stuff, and yeah, I love Ratatouille, and it's my 10th favorite feel-good movie. Coming number 9 is Groundhog Day. Yes, Groundhog Day. Yes, about a guy named Phil Connors, played by Bill Murray, and basically he's a very cynical man, kind of a bitter person, and basically he hates this town that he always has to do the same report every year for Groundhog Day. So of course, what happens to him? He has to repeat the day over and over again, and it's a day he does not care about and stuff, and he basically has to keep repeating the day over and over again until he learns his real lesson in life. Learn to respect people, love people, appreciate what you have and stuff. Appreciate what you do for a living, and also fall in love with the perfect woman and stuff. You know, that's the message of this movie, and honestly, I love this movie. It's not only a very funny movie, but it's also got a really beautiful romantic story, and I love the entire premise of this movie about Bill Murray repeating all the days over and over again. It's just so great. I love seeing his reactions and stuff. It's got some pretty good dramatic scenes too, especially the one with the homeless guy. It's very sad, but there's also a lot of great comedy, and I just love the story of this movie. I love the story of this movie, and this movie always puts a smile on my face anytime I'm down, and I love Groundhog Day. It's so good. Coming number 8 is Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters! Yes, Bill Murray, once again. This movie makes anyone laugh. Like, if you are having a sad day, put on Ghostbusters. Watching these four kick some ass is always gonna put a smile on your face. And yeah, I love this movie. The comedy's great. Ivan Reitman's direction, Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd's script writing, it's fantastic. I love Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, Rick Moranis, Sigourney Weaver. All fantastic, and of course, it's just Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters makes you feel good. Coming number 7 is Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars 1977. Yes, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, but it is not a feel-good movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But Star Wars 1977 is more of a feel-good movie because it's an underdog story about a guy rescuing the princess. He's just like almost like a slave and stuff. Well, he's not really a slave, but Tatooine. But yeah, living on Tatooine, you feel like a slave and stuff. And basically, it's about rescuing the princess and becoming a hero that he's destined to be and stuff. It's so great. I love the story of Star Wars. It's amazing. George Lucas wrote and directed this movie so freaking well. It totally deserved its Academy Awards that it won. It probably deserved more. Probably deserved to win Best Picture over Annie Hall. You know, I love Annie Hall. And yes, I love Empire Strikes Back more than Star Wars, but Star Wars 77 is more about hope. That's why they changed the title to A New Hope, because that's what the movie's about. It is about hope and fighting against evil, and I just love it. It's always a feel-good movie, and of course, it's Star Wars. It makes you feel good, just like Ghostbusters. Coming number 6 is Kikis Delivery Service. Yes, a Studio Ghibli movie. Again, Spirited Away is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie and Hayao Miyazaki movie, but Kiki is just such a heartwarming movie. I love this movie. And it's such a simple story. It's about a witch who basically leaves home and basically goes to a town and runs her own delivery service through this bakery. That's about it. Basically, her life in this town, she meets a boy and stuff, her powers start going away, but then she finds out the true witch inside of her, gets her powers back, and that's basically the whole movie. The movie is so simple, but that's what makes it so masterful. I love Miyazaki. His movies are all freaking gems. This movie's amazingly written, amazingly directed. I love these characters. They are such likable characters. I freaking love these characters, especially the lead characters, Kiki and Gigi, played by Kirsten Dunst and Phil Hartman, and I love it. The animation's great, the story's great, it's just so heartwarming, and it's just so feel-good. Coming number 5 is my favorite Christmas movie of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is an amazing movie. Jimmy Stewart, Donna Reed, and directed by Frank Capra himself. Oh, this movie's fantastic. This movie should have won multiple Oscars. It didn't, but it really should have. I love this movie. This movie is basically about the life of George Bailey, played by Jimmy Stewart. And basically, in the third act of the movie, it's basically about what life would be like if George Bailey wasn't born. Basically, this movie's great. It's not only just a great Christmas movie, it's just a wonderful Frank Capra movie. This is probably like my favorite Frank Capra movie. I love Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Arsenic and Old Lace and stuff, but It's a Wonderful Life always makes me feel good. I always have to watch it every Christmas. I have to watch it like 3 or 4 times every Christmas. It always gives me that great Christmas feeling, and it also just makes you feel good to be alive. Coming number 4 is When Harry Met Sally. Yes, this is probably like one of my favorite romantic comedies. I love this movie. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan both have undeniably great chemistry, and I love them both. This is just a great, funny romantic movie. Most romantic comedies are usually feel-good movies, but the reason I put this is because this is probably my favorite romantic comedy. This movie always makes me laugh. I always fall in love with these 2 characters. I love the romance, I love the chemistry, and I just love their performances. I think Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal work great together. This is probably one of my favorite Rob Reiner movies, but you'll see another Rob Reiner movie real soon. Coming number 3 is Back to the Future. Yes, 1.21 gigawatts, Scott. Great. One of the most ultimate, greatest time-traveling movies. Yes, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown, and Marty McFly, Crispin Glover. I love these actors. I love this story. I love a guy in 1985 traveling back to 1955, meeting his parents, his mom falling in love with him, meeting his old mentor, Doc Brown, and getting him back to 1985. Send him back to the future. This movie probably has one of the greatest movie soundtracks. I love it. I love the romance. I love the comedy. There's some great action sequences. Even the stupid bully Biff. Oh, we're looking at Butthead. So great. Everything about this movie just works. Is it a perfect movie? God, no, but it's just a classic. It is a classic, a timeless movie that will never date. Everyone will watch it. My kids will be watching it. I think this will be a loved movie for generations to come, and it will make everyone feel so good. Coming number 2 is my favorite Shakespeare movie, Much Ado About Nothing. Yes, Much Ado About Nothing always puts this smile on. I love this movie. This movie always makes me feel good. Mostly because, again, I love these characters. All these characters are just great, wonderful characters. Amazing actors, too. We got Kenneth Branagh, Robert Sean Leonard, Emma Thompson, Denzel Washington, Keanu Reeves, and, of course, Michael Keaton as Dogberry. So good in this movie. I love it. I love the romance. I love the comedy, the costumes, the production design. I just love the time period it's in. It just feels more real. You feel more connected with the characters and how the story is executed and directed. Kenneth Branagh did an amazing job. This is my favorite Kenneth Branagh movie, my favorite Shakespeare movie, and this movie just always makes me feel happy inside just because I love it. It's just such a happy Shakespeare play because a lot of Shakespeare's plays are very tragic and sad and depressing, but Much Ado About Nothing is the most comical and the most enjoyable, and it's my favorite movie adaptation to my favorite Shakespeare play. And my number 1 favorite feel-good movie is The Princess Bride. Yes, inconceivable, the cliffs of insanity. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I love this movie. This is such a quotable movie, though. Freaking lines in this movie are so quotable. How Rob Reiner directed this movie is so great. I love it. Off a wonderful source material. It's got amazing actors. Carrie Ellis, Robin Wright, Andre the Giant, Mandy Patinkin. Everyone is just fantastic. Wallace Shawn. Amazing. Christopher Guest as well. Everyone is so freaking good. I love the villains. I love Humperdinck. I love the lead characters. I love Wesley. Buttercup. You know Buttercup is the damsel in distress. She's still a very likable character. I love Inigo Montoya. He is such a great character. I love Fezzik, Gazzini. I love all of them. I love the grandfather who's telling the story to his son. They're great characters. You got Peter Falk and Fred Savage in this movie. It's so good. Everything about this movie is great. How it's directed. I love all these characters. It's got great action, adventure. It's got everything. It's like what the grandfather says at the beginning. It's got action, fighting, fencing, fears, death, torture, true love. It's got all that shit, and it's amazing. The fencing scene is one of the greatest sword fights in a movie. I love it. It's so quotable. It's so enjoyable. This is the movie I'll always put on if I'm ever having a bad day. This is the movie that will always put a smile on my face and just make me feel good inside, and I just love it. The Princess Bride is my number 1 favorite feel-good movie. So yeah, that's my top 10 personal favorite feel-good movies. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what are your top 10 favorite feel-good movies? Movies that just make you feel good inside. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.